Hello, this is your girl Pam with I-86. Speaking of tales are almost going to jail. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Now, one thing I can say is please be careful who you talk to, who you hang with, who you let ride with you, who you ride with, because you don't know people like you think that you know people. You get what I'm saying? And you don't know what they're doing behind closed doors. And you know, sometimes things happen to the point where you might end up getting caught in it. And then sometimes, a blessing come behind that, where you don't get caught in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just tell you how, God helped me. Now, this was, oh my goodness, this was like 23 years ago. And I was working my job, and at the time we did like a lot of carpooling. So it was at the restaurant that I worked at. They needed someone at the other location. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll go. And so it was me and I think maybe like six other people from my location that went to the other location of the restaurant and to work. Okay, so when we got through, we had to close. So when we got through, we closed at it was 11 o'clock because it was the weekend. It was Friday, so we had closed at 11. I think by the time we got from about it had to be out. It was after 12, and I took the shortcut way because when I first moved here, um, I didn't know nothing but the freeway. I knew maybe like two ways to get to work. That was it. And the boyfriend that I had at the time, he showed me like a lot of different shortcuts, a lot of little different ways to get around town. So he was very helpful, with that. Before we broke up, he really showed me a lot of places around town. And so, what ended up happening, was he was I was at work, and I took the back way. So like I said, it was after 12 o'clock. We was going home, and I took the back way. Well, the back way consisted of a area. Uh, at that time, especially 23 years ago, that was not occupied by anyone of my color. So they were very very strict. Mind you, I'm down south, so it's like buku racism still going on down here. It's just ridiculous. It's so people that live down south where I'm from, at least five of the states that's very, close by to where I'm at. It's just ridiculous how they still is the hate is real. Put it to you like that. The hate is real. But they were very particular of I guess you could say my coming up through their neighborhood, and they would stop everybody that came through that particular neighborhood. But the thing about it is, anytime that we went through that neighborhood, it was always in the daytime. Now they would stop people at night. Daytime they didn't, but at night that they would, especially if you came after a certain time of night. So from what I heard, between 10 at night and 6 in the morning, you got stopped. Especially if it was a car that they didn't recognize, especially if you weren't the right color, you got stopped. But like I said, it was after 12 o'clock, and we ended up going through there, to go home. Now, mind you, that one of the guys that I was with from the other location, they had rolled with me. It was me, my roommate, and it was him. So we was the three that had rolled together. But what ended up happening was she ended up leaving before I did. So she had already caught a ride home, maybe like an hour before I had left. So I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. So I said, I just dropped, old boy off or whatever at home. Then I'll meet you at the house. Okay, so we going through the neighborhood, and all of a sudden I see blue lights. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm like, okay, so y'all stopping me because now, mind you, like I said, I didn't know any of this at the time. Only thing I knew was they weren't too particular of us going through their neighborhood, but we always went in the daytime, so that was it. I mean, I didn't, like I said, I didn't hear about any of this until after I had got to work that Saturday, the next day, and I told them what happened. And they was, everybody gave me the juice, told me, because like I said, I was pretty much still new, so they was like, well, you can't go through they was like literally listing sides of towns I couldn't go in at night, and I'm saying to myself, like, hold on now, like really, like, yeah, yeah, it's just that bad. hmm So, end up getting stopped. I pull over. Mind you, I wasn't nervous and I wasn't scared because I got a lot of family members that's police officers, sheriffs, and then I knew a whole lot of other ones that were police officers and stuff like that. So like I said, I pretty much knew a lot of things that most wouldn't know when it came to the law. But still, it's not like I'm above the law, of course not. And I am a law-abiding citizen, But anyway, honey, I had a white Mitsubishi Mirage and I had rainbow tint on my car. Baby, when I tell you they was had flashlights, it was two of them. That was not my color. That was looking and searching around my car. So, baby, when I tell you they had the flashlight shining in, it was trying to see in because you couldn't see in because of the tent, but you could still see. At night you couldn't, but in the daytime you pretty much could. It just reflected the rainbow color when the sun was out or when I rode under some light at night. Okay, so you knock on the window with your flashlight. I rolled the one on down. I said, yes, officer, how may I help you? I'm real nice with it and everything. He was like, he got the flashlight looking through, and there was a woman that was on the other side. So I had rolled down. She was like, roll down the window, roll down the window. So I rolled down the window, and I'm like, okay. So I was like, man, help you, officer. Where y'all coming from? Mind you, the guy that I was with, he was knocked out. He was tagged because he had already worked the shift over at our old at the other store and then the shift over there, in which I did too. So we basically worked all day long. We had already put what we had pulled. You might as well say a 13-hour shift because we had went to work at 10 at the other store and then we had to shoot straight over there and then we didn't leave until way after 12. So baby, we done pulled us a nice little shift. Anyway, so when he asked where we had came from, I said, well, work. Well, where you work at? So I told him a restaurant, and it was like, well, I thought they were already closed. I said, yeah. I said they closed at 11 o'clock. I said, but we had to close, the store. I said, so we had other, duties that we had to do. I said, and it was a couple of us that was left. I said, and we were going home. I said, I told him what side of town I lived on, and I told him I was taking a shortcut way home. I said, is there a problem, officer? I said, because I was going to speed limit. I said, so is there anything else? I said, my tag is I said the lights aren't out. I said the tag is up to date. I said, is there anything that's wrong? I said, is the gas tank door open, or do you see me having a flat? I said, do I need to call somebody to change the flat? I said, what's going on? But I guess maybe I was running my mouth too much and you just didn't want to hear me. Step out of the car. I said, no, sir, I don't think I'll be stepping out of no car around. I said, because I'm asking you what's the problem. I said, was I speeding? Well, no, you wasn't, but you shouldn't be coming up through here this time of night. You, I said, sir, I'm on my way home. Well, what's wrong with him? I said, other than he's tired because he's been at work since 10 a.m. and it's after 12 o'clock. I said, so step out the car, man. I said, no, sir, I won't be stepping out the car. I said, because I don't see a reason for me to step out the car. Well, I'm getting ready to search your car. I said, no, sir. I said, last time I checked with amendment number 4, I said, that's illegal search and seizure. I said, I didn't do anything wrong. You have to have proper cause to search my car. I said, and I didn't break the law. I said, so why would I step out my car for you to search it? So he got mad, started huffing and puffing and blowing. Now mind you, like I said, that was 23 years ago. This 2022, it ain't no telling what would have happened, honey, if I had said that this given point in time because everybody's already on edge, attitude, and a whole bunch of crazy stuff happening going on. So it ain't no telling. But I just know the guy had to literally be on my side because when I said that, he looked at me crazy, huffing and puffing, and I told him, I said, well, sir, I said, I come from a family of law enforcement. I said, so I can call someone. I said, if you want to talk to them about whatever you're trying to search my car for or tell me to get out for. So he said, well, never mind, never mind. You hurry up and get home, girl. Now, everybody know what girl mean, especially when you say aggressively and you talking to a black woman. You hurry up and get home, girl. I said, okay, officer, you have a good night. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Anyway, went ahead and went on home. Well, no, I dropped off the guy first. Then I went ahead and went on home. Baby, the guy that I had took home asked me why he come calling me in the morning. What time you come to work? I'll be there at 10:30. So he was like, okay, I left something in your car. I need to get it out. Um, but I won't be at work until later on. What shift you work? And I'm like, oh, I'll be gone by the time you get to work. Oh well, I need my stuff. I said, well, what stuff? I said, what you dropped? I said, you dropped the keys or something like that. What I mean, did you? Is it something I need to bring right now? Is it your wallet? Because I understand if you drop the keys or your wallet or something like that, I have no problem bringing that, to you before I get to work. That's important. No, man, I dropped my weed. So you dropped your weed, huh? In my car that I didn't know you had. And I got stopped by the police, in which you didn't even know because you still knocked out sleep. So that means that if you did search my car and you just sat here and found weed in my car, baby, I would have been the one going to jail because you was asleep. It wouldn't have been on you. It's my car registered under my name, and I'm the one driving. So what you would have did? My car would have got towed, and you would have caught a ride home. Cause no, you didn't have no license, which is another reason why you was riding with me. So, baby, of course I was ticked. I was pissed. I was mad. You think I didn't take his weed, and he had? I say, he had about $50 worth. Baby, I took that weed and I flushed it straight up in my toilet. Don't play me, cause see, I could have went to jail over something that you had that you know I don't even play like that. So you done brought drugs in my car, and I just sit here and got stopped. And by the grace of God, the police didn't see me as having attitude and decided to want to search my car anyway or arrest me for having attitude, in which I didn't even have attitude. I just said what I said, which was the truth. But like I said, what if I had gave you permission to search it, or what if you had went ahead and searched it anyway? You would have thought the drugs was mine, and then here it is. I'm getting hauled off to jail for something you, baby. I told him, I said, but at that time I did a lot of cussing. So yeah, he got cussed out from A to Z. Okay, just whatever cuss word you can think of in your head right now, baby. That's what I said to him. Okay, but yeah, you put me in jeopardy. And no, I never gave him a ride. From that point on, I never gave him a ride. And anybody else that wanted to ride with me, baby, I was sitting here searching and patting them down, baby, like I was the police. Now, let me see what you got. Baby, I'm all up on the bras. I'm all up in your britches, honey. I'm searching because I'm trying to make sure. I'm not getting in trouble or going to jail for something that you got on your, you have on you or you have in your possession, and then you get in my car, and then if something end up happening, or like I said, I ended up getting pulled over because you already know, uh, certain sides of town they don't want us in anyway. So I'm not gonna sit here and go to jail for you. I'm not gonna sit here and get in trouble for you. So at that point, when I tell you that really opened my eyes to who I let in my car or who I let ride with me, that really opened my eyes to that. And I said never again. And I didn't. I literally didn't. Never again. Mm-mm. Just like I said, you're not gonna get me in trouble. I'm not gonna go to jail for you. Something that belonged to you. So like I said, you don't know people like you think that you know people. And I had never in my life seen him smoke weed or nothing else. So I didn't even know that, he would have something like that on him. Because, even outside of work, I never saw him with that or using it or smoking it. I mean, maybe you did it because you were trying to respect the fact that, everybody in the group didn't, smoke or, didn't, use drugs or whatever y'all pills y'all was popping in, coke y'all was snorting and all that other stuff, whatever. They knew who did what, you know what I'm saying? So they was pretty respectful, whenever we went places or did things or whatever. But baby, that night, like I said, that ticked me off. And like I just thank God that I didn't go to jail. You didn't search my car. Y'all didn't find nothing. But like I said, just be careful because you don't know people the way that you really do think that you know people. And then they may try to take offense to you searching them before they get in your car. But that's just to protect you because you don't know what may happen and what may go on. Y'all, I mean, because we have random, roadblocks around here all the time. Random, all the time. So, y'all running licenses, and what if they run the license of the person that's in the car with you? And then here it is, you got a bench warrant, and then they sitting here trying to run your. Now you in trouble because that one right there. No, but that was that was my story, for today. And just like I said, that's just a lesson learned. And I just hope you guys got something out of that. But thank you guys for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. I love you.